Synergy Theater and Freestyle Repertory Theater proudly present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds, and it's happening right now. Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Michael Durkin and Ken Adams.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Right Away. I am Mike Durkin. I am the Executive Director of Freestyle Repertory Theater here in New York City, and look who's above me.
And I'm Ken Adams. I am the Artistic Director of Synergy Theater, all the way out here in sunny California.
Now, tonight's show, Right Away, is a co-production between both Synergy Theater and Freestyle Rep. And its two companies were divided by an entire continent, but we are united in the belief that improvisation is just the best damn art form there is and brings everybody together.
We started presenting Right Away in May of 2020 out of a desire to keep creative people creating together in spite of the isolation and uncertainty of the time. Now, as we begin to step back into 3D real life, we are excited to keep joining you here once a month on Monday online in order to spread what we continue to feel is an important and marvelous way of connecting and creating together.
No doubt about it. Now, here's how the show works. We've got three playwrights, and they will have 45 minutes to write a brand spanking new play based on suggestions by you good people there out there.
And while they're off writing, everyone in the audience, that's you, is invited to play some improv writing games with Mike and I. Now, I think you'll want to use paper and a pen or a pencil so you can still see what's happening on the screen while you're writing. After each game, we'll hear as many of you read what you wrote as you would like to volunteer, and we encourage you to please volunteer without even considering if what you wrote is good or bad or meets any expectations at all. It's just to explore creativity and have fun to hear how many different directions everybody's writing goes. Now, after 45 minutes, those playwrights will return and present the world premiere reading of their new work.
Oh, man, you say that in such a way that it makes me so excited, Ken. I can't help myself. Now, before we start tonight and introduce our playwrights, there's a couple things we should go over. One, those of you who are participating live via Zoom, we ask that you turn to keep yourself muted and put your video off for now. In fact, everybody should have their video off for now. In a few moments, though, when we start writing the plays or we start writing the jam, we'll invite you to turn your videos back on. And we would love it. Oh, golly, we would love it if you would do that. So that the more that we can see each other and sort of visually support each other and see each other laughing, clapping, and giving the thumbs up. And it just, the show's a heck of a lot more fun. Now, the show is streaming on live on YouTube and Facebook. So when your video is on, you may be seen by more people than are here right now. So you might take a moment and tune up that ukulele, for that number that you always wanted to do. Brush up that Ed Sullivan or that Greta Garbo impersonation that your friends love so much. Yeah, it could be showcase time. So nevertheless, lastly, we invite you to open up your chat feature, which you'll find right there in the center of your toolbar down there, and because we'll be using that to get suggestions that will inspire our playwrights.
Now, speaking of playwrights, let's introduce tonight's intrepid writers. First up is going to be Coppett. Kat is the co-director of Mopco Improv Theater and the author of the breakout book, Training to Imagine, Practical Improvisational Theater Techniques to Enhance Communication, Creativity, Leadership, and Learning. During the pandemic, Synergy Theater was honored to have her play with us on our online performances. She also performs with Freestyle Rep back in the days when I myself was lucky enough to perform with her over there. And there, of course, she developed and directed the full-length improvised musical format, Spontaneous Broadway, which is still performed all over the world today. Please welcome Kat Coppett. Hello, Kat.
Hello.
Kat, what are you going to concentrate on first tonight? Character or plot?
Do I have to have one of the other?
No, we won't even remember what you say. So just say anything and we'll move on.
Character.
All right.
Oh,
Well, why don't you go backstage, and I wish you luck in the show tonight.
Our second playwright is the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater right here, Laura Livingston. Give it up. Now, she has developed and appears in the freestyle video series Home Fooling, Teach Your Family How to Play Improv Games with You. She directs plays, scripted plays in New York City, and has written several scripted plays responding to the classic works of the American literature, which has been produced in New York City at the Metropolitan Playhouse. Welcome, Laura Livingston. Now that we're talking about American literature and classic works, what style, who inspires you from American literature? I'm wondering about that.
I was going to say Emily Dickinson, and then I thought that's not true at all. That's just the first American writer that came to my mind.
Be honest now.
Well, it probably
is it Michael Crichton? You know, almost you're right. I love those dinosaur things. No? All right. Okay. Well, Laura, we got to move on. We got a time commitment here.
All right. Our next playwright began her improv career in Seattle with Unexpected Productions at the Market Theater. She's been performing and teaching with Freestyle Repertory Theater since 2001. She is currently co-producing and performing in Avant-Prov with Amnesia Wars at Prime Produce Co-op in New York City. Please welcome the inimitable Laura Valpy. Hello, Laura. It is lovely to have you with us today. Laura, if you were a mode of transportation, would you be a boat, an airplane, or a train?
Definitely a train, a subway train, barreling through New York City's tunnels. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the kind that goes out from the tunnels, and it's very exciting. Then it's an above ground train.
Can I ask any particular train?
Oh, definitely the wait, which one does go above ground? I got this. That's 7. Yeah, the 7.
The 7. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you'll channel that inner train tonight in your writing. Okay, let's bring the rest of our playwrights back onto the screen. Audience, this is where I suggest you open your chat feature if you haven't already done so. Each playwright will now ask you for a suggestion to kickstart their play. And when they do, if you have an idea, write it in the chat.
And I think we're going to start with just the way we started, which was with our dear friend Kat. Kat, what would you like to get to kind of inspire your play?
Could I have a piece of advice that you may or may not have taken?
Piece of advice. Ladies and gentlemen, think back in your history. And it could be your recent history. What is that piece of advice? Always eat the apple core. It's true. Don't marry him is an excellent one. Always look twice before crossing. An excellent suggestion here in New York City. Listen to your.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm actually going to take the very first one that you skipped, Michael, which is always be yourself.
Always be yourself. Oh, Polonius. Polonius, I hear him saying it right now. Always be yourself. Great. All right. How about Laura Livingston? How are you doing here with suggestions?
Well, I was thinking that there's a thing in improv sometimes that we do. We know how we want a scene to end and we bridge towards it. And it's not really improvising. So I thought I would try to circumvent that by asking for the suggestion, why would someone give up?
Why would someone give up? I can't think of anything, so I'm just gonna.
All right, I'll read them then.
No, I'll read. No, it's cheaper. Always, because the damn suction cups don't work. Damn it, all the hell! If you lick sometimes on the bottom of those things. They ruined it anyway. What's the difference? They don't fit. I can't breathe, man. There's no more air.
The line is too long.
The line is too long.
Oh, man.
Get it. Oh, man.
These are all great. But you know, the one that really is a challenge that I think like, what? Why would that happen? Is because their suction cups didn't work.
Because their suction cups don't work.
All
Excellent
right.
suggestion. And last but certainly in no sort of least position is our good friend, the number 7 train out to Shea Stadium, Laura Valpy.
Lucky seven, lucky seven. What is something that one might search for? And I'll try not to bridge to it. Maybe I'll just start with it having been found. But what's something that one might search for?
There we go. Here
sanity.
We go. Yeah, sanity and truth, kind of yin and yang there.
A lost kitten, pot of gold, a lost ring, purple haze, a key. Ooh, a key to the safe. Nice. Remote control. God. Meaning. Aren't we all? These are amazing. These are all really good. Winning lottery ticket. I'm going to go a key to the safe, but I'm not promising I won't take another one also, but a key to the safe.
All right. Now that we have all 3 of our suggestions, we're going to quickly go around and remind the audience of your suggestion. Kat Coppett, remind everyone what you got.
I asked for a piece of advice and I got always be yourself.
Laura Livingston.
Suction cups didn't work.
Laura Balpy.
A key to the safe.
All right. In just a few moments, we're going to send you folks away. Michael Durkin and I are each setting our timers for 45 minutes. Yeah. Remember to stick close to your cell phone because all throughout your 45 minutes as you're writing, we're going to be soliciting new suggestions from the audience and feeding them back to you via the magic of text. And you will incorporate those suggestions into your work as well. Michael Durkin, do you have 45 minutes on your timer?
I do have 45 minutes and I'm about to start it off.
All right, I have 45 minutes on my timer. So here we go. On your mark, get set, right away. All right. Now, my friends, that we've gotten rid of those pesky writers, we invite everybody to come back on and we're going to have our interactive playwriting jam, or writing jam, I should say. Just some nice, fun, creative writing. It is so wonderful to see you all here today. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, Susan, hello, Susan.
Susan, I saw Susan. And Lisa came with us. Excellent. Wonderful. All right.
So Michael and I are going to kind of jump back and forth, leading some activities for you. I'm going to start off with gift giving. Yes, Michael Durkin?
I think that's a great idea.
All right. So everybody, if you have I'm looking like I'm a little frozen. Can you guys see and hear me?
You are kind of stop and go, but you're moving. You're moving.
Okay. Sorry about that. I hope it clears up because this is a physical thing. Here is the first warm-up exercise that we're going to do. And this is just to open up the channels of creativity, nice, quick, and easy. And it's called gift giving. I am going to give you something that's going to have a certain size and shape and weight to it. And all you have to do is immediately just write down just 1 or 2 words. What is the thing I'm giving you? So I'm going to give 1 thing, you write down what it is. 2 things, you write down what it is. 3rd thing, first thing that pops into your mind, whatever you think you see, anything you think is correct. And then we'll just read out the 3 things that you wrote down. So here we go. Here is the first thing. What am I giving you? Write it down. Here is the second thing. And here is the 3rd thing. Go ahead and write down whatever that was that I just gave you. Awesome job.
Couldn't be easier.
I'll make each 3 of those things again, and you just read out what each thing was that you wrote down as I gave it to you, okay? So big loud voice. Here we go. What was this?
Oh,
Excellent. What was this?
Sack of potatoes.
Thanks. We'll go one at a time and everyone will get a chance. So Jody, one more time. And Jody, what did I pluck out of the air?
Heather.
Excellent job. Thank you very much. All right. How about Enough Garber? Enough, what was this?
Licorice.
What was this?
A sack of potatoes.
And what did I pluck out of the air?
Butterfly.
Beautiful job. Hey, Patty, you want to read for us?
Sure.
All right. What was this?
A sweet peach.
And what was, this?
A toddler.
Excellent job. And what did I pluck out of the air?
A caterpillar.
Excellent job. Karen Harrell, here we go.
A tiny turtle. A rock from the neighbor's yard. A leaf.
Excellent job. Franklin, here we go.
An egg. A cinder block. And I didn't see you pluck it out of the sky. I couldn't see where the hand was going, so I wrote a key.
That is exactly what it was. It was one of those hanging chain keys. All right. Excellent job. Karen. Karen Eckhorn, yeah? Here we go.
Chicken nugget.
Beautiful job.
I don't know why, but I saw a pink brick.
Excellent. Details, right? It's all about details.
And a balloon with that, when you tie the balloon, the little thing on the end. That's
Excellent job. EJ.
Communion wafer. A whole heap of guilt. And a dollar coin.
Gorgeous job. Thank you. William.
Four-leaf clover. A baby manatee. A dandelion fluff.
Beautiful job. Susan making her return engagement. Susan, what was this?
It's a bird.
Yes, it was.
The second one is a backup battery for the house solar panels.
Excellent job. And?
A dying balloon.
All right. And Lisa Green. Again, I'm sorry. What was your first one, Lisa?
A baby bird.
And the second one?
A tray of deviled eggs.
And the third one that came from the sky?
I didn't see it come from the sky, but it ended up being like a little love heart.
Excellent job. Beautiful. All right. Is there anybody who is not on screen who would like to read that I don't see? All right. In that case, I think I'm going to keep this exercise going for just one more, and this is going to be a slight extended one, and maybe just a couple of people will read it, depends how nice and long they get. But I'm going to give just one more thing, and this time, let your imagination run wild. Don't only tell me what it is, but describe it in some detail and write the history of it. What is the history of this thing? And let's say we'll give everybody 1 minute to write. 1 minute to write. All right. So watch the whole thing because it's a whole little pantomime. Here we go. All right, everybody. Take a minute, write what that was, describe it in detail, and tell us the history. Another 30 seconds to write. Write as smoothly and freely as you can. Ten more seconds. And good job. Finish up that last thought. And who will share with us what you wrote down? What did I give you as that last present? Thank you, Karen. Karen, go ahead and read it out loud.
Okay. Pink fairy dust has been used for centuries in the fairy kingdom to preserve life. Most recently, a dermatologist who was on a family vacation in Iceland happened upon the fairy kingdom after having been separated from his family on a hike. Not knowing what it was, he rubbed it all over his body, discovered that his wrinkles disappeared, is now one of the most renowned dermatologists in the world.
And I managed to get that and give it to you. I don't want you to lose sight of my generosity. That was awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Karen. Wonderful free-form spontaneity and very creative. All right, who will read? Who will go ahead and read what they wrote out loud? Thank you, William.
Those were the remains of Mr. Peanut after he took a wrong turn and found himself in Squirrelsburg. He was found the following morning, just a shell, a cane, and a monocle. His brother Shane, and only living relative, had him cremated, placed in a peanut butter jar, and then forwarded onto Graceland.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I want to see the movie.
Awesome job. Thank you very much. Who else would like to read out loud, please? You can do it. You can do it, Susan.
My mother was very careful with money. Unlike most, she would buy fresh parsley when it was in season and dry it. She left me this large bottle, which I'm opening. I am sprinkling it on pizza because I am out of her dried everything else.
Awesome job. Awesome job. Here, believe it or not, 10 minutes, I think, has gone by already, Michael.
That is correct. So we need to jump into their minds out there writing, and we have to give them a suggestion in which they must incorporate into their writing the minute they get the suggestion. And Ken, I think I'm going to go with a line of dialogue. What is a line of dialogue that we can gently force these playwrights to include in their play? So just open that chat. And we'll start looking at what kind of dialogue you want to put in there.
And our writers will immediately incorporate your line of dialogue into their show. So every one of them will do that. If you do that again, they'll be held to pay. My feelings on the matter have changed. Dr. Livingston, I presume. You need not worry about that. For God's sake, honey, a bunch, you know your knee is touching mine. All right.
But it was 10 o'clock yesterday.
What's that?
But it was 10 o'clock yesterday.
But it was 10 o'clock yesterday. Excellent job. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and pick one. And I think I'm going to pick, for God's sake, honey bunch, you know your knee is touching mine. I'm going to send that back to them. They'll all incorporate that into their script. And Michael, you can take it away and lead us right into the next exercise as I'm sending the back the text.
All right. My good friends, I am going to tell you a story, and I hope you'll enjoy the story. However, I will be telling this story in complete gibberish. So I will say a line of the story, and then what I would like you guys to do is to translate that line of gibberish into English so that we can all enjoy the story. So I'm just going to kick it off without any kind of explanation, without any kind of suggestion at all. I'm just going to start this first line of the story, and here it comes. Brežino škrala tesi motoporn met graso na de schnidi poop. Now, I'm a Kreshko. I'm a Kreshko. Never gonna look door tira makanon. But Brecht would be crushed in the gale and zeer grond. Crowley! Is that the Crossola Maturba? Greg, Gibron, e nebra cosocelo le euro como shanda borgo.
Was that the end of the story, Michael?
That was it. That was
All
it.
right.
And I think everybody felt it in their souls that was the conclusion of that Brumbish. So I would love to hear about 8 stories or 9 if Patty wants to do hers. Who would like to tell me the story that I just did? And I'm telling you, I'm looking at Karen Exhorn, and I'm just thinking Karen knew exactly what I said. Karen, I believe you did. Would you mind telling the story to everybody, translating it to everyone for me?
I heard what you said the first time, but I wanted you to repeat it for my own amusement. Ha 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 ha. I know you hate it when I do that. That's why I do it. You will miss me when I'm gone. Oh, yes, you will. You will miss me when I'm gone. What? What do you mean you won't miss me? You love me. I love you. What is wrong with you? You were kidding. That was a joke. You got me back. Ha 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 ha.
I knew you knew it, Karen. I knew you knew it. Of course, now I'm sure Franklin also. He and I have spoken this language several times, so it's kind of a giveaway. I want to tell everybody up front that Franklin knows exactly what I said. So
well, I heard it as a dialogue between us.
Well, there you go. That's right. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
it was just last week that I found a caterpillar behind my left knee. No way. Same thing happened to Tommy. You never know where another one might turn up. Wait, I misunderstood you. You want to shoot me? And then I was well, I don't know what to say to that. That's how yeah, I might have misheard the last bit. So
but Franklin, this happened to you and I on the beach last year. Remember that? With the caterpillar. Yeah. Thank God you didn't shoot me. I'm glad of that. Anybody want to, before I just peg people? All right, that's what I want to see. Lisa, go ahead and tell me what that story was.
It was also a dialogue. Did you try the pate at the brunch? I think it gave me gas. Seriously? That's what you're thinking about right now? It's important. How can I be romantic when I have gas? I have no words. Seriously. Can you not even see my lingerie? Yes, and you're beautiful, but I need a moment.
And Franklin, you misunderstood what I said. Pate, not cucumber. No, what did you say? Whatever it was. It was good. Excellent, Lisa. Who else has got that story? Some excellent stories up there. Karen Harrell, you got to tell me the story that I just told you.
Well, I thought it was a story, so I guess I went that route.
That's excellent.
Grasso was a wily character who came into the bar each evening. Now, I've known him many years, but last Tuesday he seemed like a different guy. He came in the bar with his head hung low and the weight of the world on his shoulders. He suddenly jumped on the bar top and yelled, "Today is the day the world ends." Everyone in the bar was silent.
Awesome job. We can keep reading. We can keep reading for a bit, but allow me just to pop in because, believe it or not, another 10 minutes has gone by just about. And It is time for another suggestion. So we gave a line of dialogue for the last suggestion, and I'd like to have a piece of stage action for this suggestion. So one of the characters reaches into their pocket and pulls out a what? Go ahead and put that into the chat. One of the characters reaches into their pocket and pulls out a what? A snake, caterpillar, a gun, a sword, an umbrella. Michael, I chose the last one. I'll let you pick this one. What's it going to be?
I'm going to go with deck of cards just because I'd like to do a card trick later for everybody.
All right.
So let's go with deck of cards.
All right. So I'm going to give them that they have 29 minutes remaining. Character pulls out a deck of cards.
Now, does anybody, we've got a couple more exercises to do, but we don't want to jump ahead if people would like to read their stories. So anybody want to read their story? If not, we could move on. Do you want to move on?
Could read one.
I think I saw Susan's hand up there. Susan, you want to go in there?
Oh, I think I'm hearing Patty wants to too. Susan,
right.
Go ahead.
I looked down there and a penis had appeared. Mine? But how could this be? I'm a clam. Of course, there are stories about mermaids and mermen. Maybe I got what was left over when the merman gave up his landed existence. Of course, I could sell it to the next merman who changes his mind.
Now, Susan, I just got to tell you, Susan, you're you're almost completely right, because there was one time when I did look down. No, I don't want to give much more on that. Patty, you want to read?
Sure.
Okay.
It was a monologue. I can't believe the primary election is around the corner. I'm not stupid. I know all these candidates are liars and thieves. In the old country, there was only one candidate, so voting was easier and faster. Me. I should be the only candidate. And if elected, I will give everyone a free MetroCard, an I Love New York t-shirt, and a dirty water hot dog. Vote for me.
All right. You know what? Everybody did the little repetition in there because I stuck a little repetition in there just to see if you guys are great. Professional writers we're doing here. So anybody else? Otherwise, we'll move on. But I'm enjoying these stories. Go, good. Okay. Jody, go ahead.
Mine is a diatribe, basically.
Patty's was too a little bit, but go ahead.
All right. So it's indignant. You think you know human nature? You don't know human nature. I know human nature. I know it. Are you saying you don't think I do? Oh, I do. I understand you better than you understand you.
Wow. That's like one of those inspirational posters that the boss would hang up on their wall behind their desk, right?
Excellent,
Awesome
you
job.
guys. Excellent.
All right. Anybody else, or shall we move on? Let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, here we go. So this one is a little bit more free form, where I'm just going to give you a prompt and then you're going to write for a while, but it's kind of fun. So here we go. This is what's going to happen. You are going to imagine yourself to be some type of animal. So you want to think of an animal, maybe one that is greatly different in size and shape and abilities than yourself. And what you're going to do is you're going to write for, let's say, somewhere between 2 to 3 minutes of just free form writing. And what you're going to do is describe from this animal's point of view what they are seeing as they travel through their landscape and what they are thinking about it at the same time. So like if you were just a person walking down the street, looking at things and thinking, having connections, right? It's kind of like a stream of consciousness type of story. You're going to do that, but from this animal's point of view. Now, the thing is, don't say what kind of animal you are, and we will have some fun after you read trying to guess what kind of animal we think this point of view is from. So what do you see? What are you thinking? What are you feeling as you are animalizing through your landscape? Does that make some sense?
I'm up for it.
All right, so everybody take a moment before you start writing and think of that animal. And if you want to start like this is how I think it's a fun way to start this exercise. Close your eyes, imagine you're this animal, and then open your eyes, start seeing the world from this animal's point of view, and start writing and describing their adventure. Ready and go. 1 more minute to write. 1 more minute. Another 30 seconds, everybody. 30 seconds to bring your adventure to a rest. All right, let your animal find a resting place. We'll go ahead and read some of these, but believe it or not, another 9.5 minutes has passed. And so it's time for another suggestion that we'll send back to the writers, and then we'll read some of our stories. So, Michael, do you have something you would like to set up and ask for?
I would like some kind of environmental change, some kind of dramatic, passionate sort of, I better get my chat on here, but some kind of change in the environment that these characters or this character is.
All right, we have a heavy fog rolls in.
A shooting
star. Suddenly they are under grandma's twin bed. Sleet and snow.
A meteor shower. Oh, I like these. These are all good. I'm gonna a tree falls. I'm going to go with something a little more general than being outside or inside. And I've lost it now. But what else we got?
We got a tree falls, a meteor shower, sleet and snow, under grandma's bed, a shooting star. What's it going to be, Michael Durkin?
A shooting star.
All right, a shooting
star appears.
Overhead.
Yeah. And while you're doing that, Ken, I'll find if somebody would like to read their point of view. Anybody want to put their hand up in the air and say, I'll read my point of view. There's my Karen. Excellent. She's all ready to go. Karen, let's read your point of view and let's find out if we know what you are.
Ow, ow, ow. My ears hurt. They're dragging on the sidewalk as we're walking along Madison Avenue. And oh shit, we're stopping. Ow, I didn't know we were stopping. That hurt my neck. Oh yes, kisses. Yes, I love your kisses. Thank you. Now here's some kisses back. Okay, enough with the kisses. Just put me down gently. No, do not go in there. No. Oh, we were just in Prada yesterday and you chose the Gucci bag in Gucci over the Prada and now you want both? Really? Let's go. Wait, is that a gold studded collar I see? Ow, 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 ow.
I have a guess. Were you a dachshund?
Close.
That's
close. What
was it, Lisa?
A basset hound.
Basset hound. That was it.
I thought.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Wonderful. Who else? Are you ready for it, EJ?
I think so. Okay. Sun's down, so I'm up. Time for food, and boy, have I got myself the easiest hustle. First, up the grassy mound, past the apple tree. I always stop and take an almighty dump right there. It makes the human with the hair chin mad. Carry on past the paving stones, herbaceous borders, very nice, but no longer my scene. Trash cans, don't need them. Out through the massive hole I made, through the broke down shed, and then I'm on the rock hard, smooth little road to the door in the wood and the little window in the door in the wood. I squeeze through, find a plate, a real circular plate full of nice crunchy gravel. I use my hands to eat each piece. Very classy, like I'm at a cheese and wine party. But I gotta watch out for the cat.
Who wants to take a guess? What was it?
Mouse.
Yeah.
Was it a mouse?
No.
Rat?
Guys, no.
Raccoon?
A raccoon.
I was going to say raccoon. I was going to say
Hands,
raccoon.
yeah.
Of course.
Going through the cat door.
I knew it. I had it. Excellent. Thank you, EJ. All right, who's up? Who's next?
I want to read mine.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Just a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Damn, I wish this damn plant leaf wasn't flapping in the wing. I can't see. God, I'm hungry. Haven't eaten in a week. Stay calm. Just a little closer. A little bit. God, I hate the taste of my spit. I know I couldn't take that thing down without it, but Jesus, that taste. All right, relax. Just a little closer. A little closer. I really ought to trim my nails. God. Oh, I really. Got it. Now, to follow it for a couple of days, and then soup's on. And it's an obscure animal.
Who has a guess?
I was so sure it was a spider till he said claws.
Yeah.
Franklin?
One of those dragons, I forget the name of them, that
Komodo! Komodo!
Oh,
Oh, Franklin, you and I, man, I'm telling you, the caterpillars, the Komodos.
Yep.
I'm telling you. Did you know that, Patty? You knew that, Patty.
All right, my friends, we can do some more reading. Believe it or not, we only have like 9.5 more minutes. So I say we throw them a surprise suggestion. It's a little sooner than we usually give them another suggestion, but we've had a line of dialogue. We've had a stage direction in which a character pulls something out of their pocket. We had something flying overhead, the shooting star. How about a type of sound cue stage direction? So what is something that they suddenly hear?
Church bell farts.
Oh, I was immediately taken with church bells, so I'm going to send them back church bells. And Mike, who else would like to read their animal one as I go ahead and send them their suggestion?
I did like the mammal suggestion, but church bells is cool. Who else has got an animal we can guess at? This is kind of like a TV show or something. All right, I'm going to go with Lisa first and then Susan.
Okay,
Lisa, go ahead.
Okay. Whoa, look at that. That little guy's flying through the air. Good job. Oh, he caught the low branch like a little hang glider. I wonder where he's headed. I don't really care. Is he still swinging or is it me? I think he's still swinging. Nope, it's me. Things are a little shaky up here.
Who wants to divine the animal?
It's Rocky.
Sloth?
No.
Flying squirrel.
That's who's flying, but that's not the one who's looking.
Oh, is that the one who's looking? Oh, I thought it was me.
Give up?
Go ahead and tell us, Lisa.
It's a koala. They're sitting up in the tree and they're drunk. They're high on their eucalyptus.
Awesome.
Excellent. All right. She's a world traveler.
Patty, are you itching to read, Patty?
Oh,
Oh,
Susan is up next. And then if
All right.
Patty, if you're wrong, we'll listen to Patty. Susan,
sorry
go
about
ahead.
that, Susan. You're up.
Okay. They've told me that I inspire grand couture. It's partly the way I amble along the highway, cross the highway. Everyone stops or honks. Would they like to pet me? The last guy that tried that got a bite, and a scar he'll never forget. What kind of story will he try to tell to explain that look at his nose now has? I see myself everywhere as people copy my image onto whip handles, stuffed toys, flags.
All
It's
right.
my cat. It's my cat. Is it?
Is it a cat?
No, but it does have 4 legs.
Oh.
All right. Who thinks they know?
It could be a table.
Yes, it has a tail, specific kind of tail.
Is it a skunk?
No.
A raccoon? Those are the only two.
No.
A lion, a bear, a bobcat.
No.
All right. Go ahead and tell us, Susan.
It's an armadillo.
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Awesome job.
You know, I've always wanted to pet an armadillo. I've always wanted.
Were you away?
Patty, you there? Or have you left us?
I don't see.
I didn't see a name.
Anybody?
Yeah, I think we don't have her now. All right, folks, we only have 5 minutes left. So if we're going to slip into that last exercise, we're going to have to do it really, really fast, and then we'll be able to read a few. The question is, do we want to send them one last zinger suggestion?
Oh, look at that. Karen Harrell's going, yeah. Let's give them one more.
All right, I'm going to give them 5 minutes left.
All right. And the suggestion will be, do we have an emotion? How about
an emotion? That's a great one. Everybody throw in an emotion.
A kind of an
that
emotional.
emotion will overcome everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Frantic.
All right. Let's go with frantic. We only have a few minutes here. So
frantic it is. Frantic it is.
Everyone, all right, becomes frantic.
So here's what I think we're going to do now. I think we had a couple of more games, but one is very involved, and we're not going to do that one. So we're going to do this one. Just for the next 2 minutes or something, we'd like to touch on hyperbole. And touching on hyperbole, what I'd like you all is to write the copy for an imaginary object, for a product. I'll give you a couple of products that I thought of, but you can use any product. For instance, spicy toothpaste, rubber tools, or psychic lessons. So that or anything you come up with for the next next couple of minutes, next 2.5 minutes. Hyperbole, furious hyperbole about some sort of commercial product. Is that cool? Have I explained that?
Right. So they're writing the copy for a commercial for this product. There you go. Ready and go. I think it's just going to be 1 minute to write, because then we'll only have 2 minutes to read, and then we're done.
Oh.
30 seconds left. Really sell it, folks. right, there you go. We have just 2 minutes before we have to call the playwrights back. So who's going to read out loud, nice and fast?
Me.
Go ahead, Jody Dove.
Spicy toothpaste. Sick of mint in your mouth? Looking for more? Try True Pepper Crest. Wake up fast. Breathe fire into your day. Keep close talkers at bay. Yum.
Oh, awesome job.
Perfect. Good job. Who else? Who's got something to sell us? Go, EJ. EJ.
Therapist on a keychain. Toke. Tiny therapists trained at miniature universities, all equipped with empathy and a convenient head hook to attach to your keyring. Never feel unsupported. Each therapist comes with its own bleeding heart and tissues in the back pocket.
Great.
Holy cow. We're going to start an
Awesome
ad agency
job.
here. Anybody, Will, you got something? Go for it, buddy.
The answer, of course, is yes. What's the question? Well, you'd know if you took psychic lessons. Never ask another question again. Never wonder about the Super Bowl. Is she cheating on you? Probably. But you'd know if you took psychic lessons. So what is that question? Do you need psychic lessons?
Love it.
All right. Oh my goodness. I think they have just 30 seconds left.
We got enough time for a 30-second commercial, Ken.
One more.
Susan, go for it.
We know you are meant for this, and so will you when you sign up for psychic lessons. We see you lifting your credit card now and shouting to the world, I know it all.
Excellent job.
Anath has got to go. We got time.
All right.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Anath.
Because I don't want you to hear my dog bark. Okay. The best kept secret for losing weight is spicy toothpaste 3 times a day. Only a bit enough to get rid of as much weight as you wish.
All right.
You guys were great. This has been the best jam I've ever been at. I'm telling you, an excellent 45 minutes. It went fast. We had one more game we could have played, but we'll play it next time. So right now, if you guys would be kind enough to turn off your videos, we'll welcome back our playwrights.
Woo-hoo.
Welcome back, you guys. We had more fun, I'm telling you. And that Franklin nailed that Komodo dragon. I'm telling you, I'll tell you all about that later. He knew that Komodo dragon just like that. I don't know if that Livingston, I think she may have left the house.
Uh-oh, come back. Back.
I don't know. How'd it go, you guys? You look a little worn.
Crazy.
Are you guys all right?
It's all sloppy and choppy.
Yeah, you are a little choppy. You are a little choppy.
Listen up.
Ken was for a while as well, but
oh yeah,
he got it out of his system.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still having some issues here.
I'm going to just take a little look-see around the apartment here.
All right. In the meantime, everybody, thank you very, very much for being a part of our jam. That was awesome. We are going to get Laura Livingston back soon enough, I promise you. And in the meantime, what's going to happen now is our playwrights need to cast their plays and prepare for their world premieres. So we need to take a 10-minute intermission. I went ahead and I put some websites and other information in the chat. If you'd like to take this time to check out our companies, Freestyle Repertory Theater, Synergy Theater, and pop online and make a much appreciated donation, register for next month's Right Away, which is July 18th. We'd appreciate that very, very much. We are going to be scrambling about, emailing our scripts to each other, getting ready for the readings of the play. You're welcome to stick around and watch our backstage chaos that's about to erupt on your screen. Otherwise, please come back in 10 minutes. So that would be 29 minutes past the hour, wherever you are. 29 minutes past the hour. Go have a great 10-minute intermission. Refreshments are on the house.
Thanks very much. You guys are great.
All right.
Welcome, playwrights.
Welcome back, everybody.
Sorry, I didn't see that we were back.
That's all right. All right, take it away, you folks. Cast and email.
Kat, what's your deal?
I need, could I have Valpy, please, reading Tiffany, and Ken, please, reading Hugh? And then I have a random person at the end. Laura Livingston, would you read random people at the end?
Random.
I will send this momentarily.
And
all right, Laura Valpy.
My action is super, so let me know if you're understanding me. Pat Coppett, if you would please read Annie. And if you would please Bob. And Laura Livingston, if you would please read God.
God?
God.
That you asked me to read Bob, is that right?
Be like Bob. Laura is God.
All right, Laura Livingston.
Okay. Could I have Laura Valpy read person 1, who is Jill, an art gallery owner? Kat Coppett read person 2, who is Francine, an artist. Mike Durkin read person 3, who is Thomas, the art gallery owner's husband. And Ken Adams read person 4, who comes in at the end.
Got it.
Can I just
email away?
Can I just email away? But can you just listen for a second? After we read the last play, which is Laura Livingston's play, and we all come, and I don't know if we all come on, but the actors are there and the playwright, we applaud. If everybody would then go off their video so the screen is blank, and let me run the scroll, God willing, run the scroll, and I'll say my little speech, and it'll just be the scroll going up. And then we'll all come back, okay?
You got it. All right, folks, we have 8 minutes.
Whew. These guys were great. They were just so much fun.
I've definitely been having some Zoom issues tonight. I'm not sure why.
Valps, you are too, you know that. In fact, I think Valps, you're frozen now. All right, I'm just going to look at this share screen. I just don't trust it. I hope this doesn't screw anything up, you guys. It's there. It's there. I think we got Valpy's play. Key to the Safe, is that Valpy's play? Okay, Valpy's play has come to me.
Yeah. All right. I don't know about my connection, but it's in and out, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's freeze like that. Oh, we had a fun jam.
I only got like 2 pages, you guys. I know that's close to my normal, like maybe 3, but that's all I got today.
Remember, it's not quantity, it's spelling.
It's spelling. I think I'm okay in the spelling department. Quantity, quality.
No, it's all about the spelling.
Compelling. I don't know.
Now, I don't have anybody else's play.
Oh, that's because I haven't sent it yet. Here it comes.
It's not mine.
I see cats.
All right, we have 5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes, my friends.
The single syllable story was just going to take too long.
We'll have to wait.
Yeah, we'll use another time.
That animal one, was that your idea, Mike?
No, that was your idea.
Well, whichever one was your idea, that was good too.
I can't remember where I put mine.
Okay, because Cat has come. Cat's
All right, I've got cats now.
It felt like those last three suggestions came very fast. That's what
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember where I put this. Let me see.
Do you want to copy paste it into the body of an email?
I might do that.
I keep getting this Zoom message saying that because I'm using too many systems, it might be slowing my thing. But I'm not using anything. I just have my email up the way I always do.
You want to restart?
Nah, I'm scared.
Okay.
Just because I complain doesn't mean I want solutions.
I understand that. Said like a true
I understand that too.
woman.
All right, we have 3 minutes left to our formal 10.
You know the video with the nail in the head?
What?
I'll get it for you.
Okay. Okay, did I do this? Oh, please.
Oh, I heard something.
Yeah, that was something else.
That was something else. Well, this would be something new to go into the second half and not have all the scripts yet. We could do it. We could do it.
It's for later, Ken.
I'm going to turn your guys off because I can't do this in here.
I do appreciate the incessant comeback texts. Really can't ignore those. But wait, I'm not done. Come back. Fine. End of play. Fine. Whatever.
2 minutes.
I have this puzzle piece. Anyone want to see this puzzle piece sitting in my desk? There's something to look at.
That's
It's Poppy
Poppy.
Joy. Yeah. When she was so little. So little.
Are you on 97th Street?
Oh, man.
Belby, I'm playing
cut out.
A or B. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Am I A
Everyone's
or
gonna.
B?
Oh, Kat, you're. And then you turn into Annie, and I decide on names later.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said I'm A, even though you broke up after that, right? Because I turned into Annie.
A. Yeah.
A.
You know, we haven't had tonight was that crackling sound, that kind of police crackling that often happens. Or unless that's just my flashback or something.
Okay, that's what I did, Valps. I just pasted it in the body of the email. So everybody, I sent you a script, paste it in the body of an email.
Awesome.
And now I'm
Got
gonna.
it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
What order did we introduce in? Was it Cat, Livingston, Valpy?
Cat Valpy, Livingston.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay, so that's the order we'll read in. Cat, Valpy and Laura Livingston?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Laura, is yours off and on its way now?
Yeah, I thought so.
I got it.
Okay, good.
All right, great. I got it too.
Okay.
All right. Shall we do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Audience, come back. Audience, are you there? Audience, come back, grab your refreshments. Join us back here in the virtual theater. There's my buddy Franklin. He knows his animals. And while you're gathering, let's take time to invite you, just to put out the invitation to join, if you haven't already, our Facebook page by the name of Right Away Afterwards. It is for the people who've been part of the Right Away performance, and people might want to continue the conversation about the show. They might want to put some of their writing that they didn't get to read, and whatever you'd like, just writing in general. We'd love to have you join the Facebook page Right Away Afterwards.
All right, now we're going to move into the reading of our plays. We ask that you keep your camera off during the reading of the plays. If you'd rather not see the names of all of us with our cameras off, what you want to do is click on the option Hide Non-Video Participants. And you can do that by moving your cursor to the lower left, click on Video Options, scroll down to Hide Non-Video Participants, and check that off. That won't affect the rest of us at the end of each reading. Then we'll ask you to pop back on for just a moment, give the playwrights a big round of applause, and let them feel your appreciation.
So let's review the suggestions that we sent to our wonderful playwrights while they were reading. Ken, I've got a couple of them. I think you probably have them all. I remember the first one that we sent out was the
first one was a line of dialogue, and it was, "For God's sake, honey, you know your knee is touching mine."
That's right. And then they pulled something out of someplace. I don't know where they pulled it out of, but they pulled out a deck of cards.
Right. They reached into their pocket and they pulled out a deck of cards.
Okay. All right. And then they saw there was a shooting star that flew across the sky. Oh, that must have been beautiful.
Yep. Then church bells ring. And finally, everyone becomes frantic. All right. So those were the suggestions. And now, without further ado, Michael, why don't you introduce our first playwright?
I will. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our very favorites, of course, one of our traditionally wonderful favorites is my good friend, Kat Coppett. Kat, as always, you will lead us off with a introduction to your play and whatever you need to do. Any stage directions you need to read, you'll read them, and I'll get the hell out of here.
All
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, Kat Coppett.
Thank you very much. I have Ken and Laura Valpy reading for me. My suggestion was always be yourself. And I will in fact read some stage directions. The play starts in a small conference room with glass walls in a modern sort of office space. Hugh is a frontline marketing manager, and he sits across the table from Tiffany, an HR specialist, looking a little disconcerted.
And then, you see, when people came in on Monday morning, they were terribly confused.
Oh, well, I grant you they were surprised.
No, not just surprised, Hugh. They were confused, terribly confused. You had finished the whole presentation.
I just compiled the deck. It wasn't like I went off half-cocked with some new, fresh idea. I just put together the slides so they would be ready for the meeting.
Exactly. You weren't doing creative, visionary work that would get you attention and ego gratification. You did all the behind-the-scenes detail work that no one would be impressed by.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. What's the problem? Someone had to do it. The client called at 6 p.m. on Friday. Everyone had gone home.
You could have called them back. You are their manager, after all.
That would have been terrible.
But in character.
What?
What?
What do you mean in character? I've never done anything like that.
Well, perhaps you should think about it. Why do you think I scheduled this conversation?
Hugh stares at her dumbfounded. He's at a loss for word. He gets up, he paces for a minute. Tiffany simply stares patiently. Hugh sits, leans in close to Tiffany.
Why would I do that? Why would you want me to do something that would make everyone hate me rather than just pitch in and cover the work and inspire my team by modeling good behavior? What? Say something. Why?
For God's sake, honey, you know your knee is touching mine. And you know that is completely inappropriate at work. I will not answer you as long as you are transgressing my personal space.
He grabs her by the shoulders.
Oh, you don't like it when I touch you at work?
Hugh, everyone can see us.
He looks out through the glass walls of the conference room, still holding Tiffany. He waves at someone walking by and then slowly lets her go.
All right, fine. I'm not touching you. My knee is not touching you. The question remains, honey. I'm sorry, even though you started it. What is the problem with my staying late over the weekend and doing the extra work for my team? What managers are supposed to be above that?
No, of course not.
Then what? For God's sake, Tiff, what's the problem?
Tiffany sits back down and pulls a deck of cards out of her pocket. She starts rifling through them, looking for a specific card.
I'm sure you remember the worker intelligence manager profile.
Yeah, that assessment thing we did during orientation?
Yes, Hugh. It was a lot more than just an assessment, you'll remember. We spent a whole afternoon on WIMP.
WIM.
Your worker intelligence manager profile.
Okay.
Tiffany has found the card she's looking for.
Do you remember your profile? I can't believe this.
No, I do.
This is the whole key to your success here. It's the whole key to you, actually. I mean, no wonder you've been having trouble in bed if you can't even remember.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
Nothing. I'm sorry. It's totally unprofessional to mix business and pleasure. I just mean to say we've invested a lot in this instrument, and I believe it can be very helpful. I have your profile archetype right here, and I'm happy to remind you.
She pulls out the card, sits it on the table between them. Hugh can't help but be interested.
I'm a gold microphone? I mean, yeah, right. A gold microphone. That's me. Something about charming and persuasive. I remember.
Exactly. That's why I fell in love with you.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
No, it's great. I even put a little PowerPoint together.
She pushes a button and the slideshow starts, all about the gold microphone personality type. I didn't cast this, so I'll just read it. The gold microphone is talented and charming, easily able to persuade others to do their bidding. Microphones are born leaders. They like the spotlight and rise quickly to the top of their fields. They have many friends and the best of romantic partners. Where gold microphones may struggle is to follow through on detailed tasks or to do the less glamorous behind-the-scenes work. Luckily for them, they are good at getting others to whitewash the fence. A Mark Twain reference. It is lucky to be a gold microphone. Others may wish they were you.
Wow.
The last slide is filled with shooting stars. Hugh and Tiffany smile at each other.
Well, I certainly can't argue with that.
I told you it was important to remember your profile.
But I still don't see the problem.
You don't? You were here all weekend doing the unglamorous behind-the-scenes stuff, totally out of character. How is your team, or I for that matter, supposed to depend on you?
Oh.
Yeah. People should always be themselves, or everyone gets weirded out. We like things to be predictable at Corporate Inc.
All of a sudden, church bells ring.
I guess it's time for the all hands meeting.
Yep, Carl is here in person.
What's his wimp?
Platinum Bank Vault.
The bells keep ringing. All of a sudden, everyone is running around frantically. Hugh and Tiffany step out of the conference room and ask people what's happening.
Carl said he's giving away money and stock to needy folks and setting up family leave and better benefits. Everyone is totally confused. What the hell is going on?
Oh no, I told you, people should be themselves.
Curtain.
Awesome job. Let's pop on for a moment. Give Cat Coppett a round of applause.
Nice, Cat.
All right. Thank you so much. What a joy to read that. All right, everybody, kindly turn your cameras off, and we're going to turn our attention over to Laura Valby. Laura Valby, what was your suggestion?
Oh, my suggestion was a key to the safe.
All right, take it away and set us up.
Thank you. All right, great. Yes, I will have, it will start with Kat and Ken on stage. Although I'm just checking because I was so spotty earlier. Ken, I love you, but I'm just checking. Durkin, do you have a role tonight? Because if not, I should switch you.
No, I'm in the next one.
Okay, great. Okay, then Ken, great. So with Kat and Ken on stage, and we'll call it Key to the Safe. And it starts in a dingy, dusty, old, drippy, and dark basement. And I will read stage directions and I'll get my face out of here. All right, take it away.
I've got it. I got the key to the safe. Move aside, you big lug.
Oh, thank God. This one is a doozy. Never cracked a Schlosser Vault 620 before. For a second, I thought I was about to throw up.
Ugh, gross. Now hush.
No, really. I was getting pretty woozy there. Couldn't concentrate. So strange. Never felt like that.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
She opens the safe easily. As the door swings open, a bright light emanates from inside. An angelic choir is heard singing angelically. Annie and Bob look at each other triumphantly in awe, then crawl into the safe. Lights out.
For God's sake, honey, you know your knee is touching mine.
As the lights slowly come back up, the stage is covered in fog. The light becomes brighter, resembling a sunrise. The fog hovers low, and God is there, gardening. Annie and Bob crawl toward God.
Oh, thank you for my sake, so much for my sake. I thank you. Thank you, everybody, so deeply, so ripely. I thank you. You don't know what to say. That's okay. You feel so well, so much better than you think you feel. Feel that? Do you feel how you feel? Yes. No need to think how you feel. You can feel how you feel. It's okay.
I feel.
Yes. Feel your feels.
Oh God. I feel so sorry. I didn't know I would feel so sorry when I got here. Oh, wow. I am so sorry. We didn't come here honestly.
Speak for yourself.
No, Annie, I think she knows that already. How could she not know that we came here out of greed because we wanted something that wasn't ours to have?
God reaches into her pocket and pulls out a deck of cards.
Pick a card, any card.
Annie reaches toward the cards, hesitates.
Yes, you could pick the wrong one. The wrong one would send you into a downward spiral, a literal downward spiral out of this realm. And then you would find yourself back in your life in a metaphorical downward spiral and seemingly no end in sight. You arrive today desperate to help Bob be free of his pain. You wailed out and cried all night, knowing, but it was not knowing it. But it was not knowing. Was it thinking? Maybe feeling that there was only one way to rid Bob of his pain? That was to bring him to me, but as you see, I was not expecting him. As you can see, I have some gardening to do. It's not enough to just plant the seeds, conditions have to be just.
Suddenly, a shooting star flies overhead. They all look up.
Oh dear. I'm needed elsewhere. Like I said, I was not expecting you today. Please leave. You'll have to go choose your fate on your own.
God hands the deck of cards to Annie and disappears. Annie and Bob stare at the cards.
For God's sake, what in the hell was she talking about? Getting rid of my pain. It was my idea to come here, not yours.
Church bells ring loudly.
Oh, Bob, you big lug. I know you've given up, but you just couldn't come all the way on your own. Right now, you're lying there like a big dumb vegetable in that dumb hospital bed. And I felt you must hate it. Just hate it there. So I got the key to bring you here myself and take whatever the consequence.
The church bells keep ringing.
And now I have to choose?
She and Bob frantically ruffle through the deck of cards.
Which one? Which one do we choose?
This one. No.
Which one? Which is the right one?
This? No.
The bells are louder. See. It starts getting darker.
I can't see.
Just pick one.
Annie is left with one thing in her hand. She and Bob hold hands. She lifts up the key to the safe. End of play.
Oh, a cliffhanger. A safe cracker. I'm not sure what it was, but it was a good one.
Got it.
It was a good one. All right.
Thanks,
All right. We have one more reading, but just so you know, after the next reading, or I should say when we're all done tonight, we're going to hang around for a while, the playwrights and the hosts, and we certainly invite you guys to hang around as well. And we're just going to chat about what it's like to write under 45-minute pressure, or what it's like to write under 3-minute pressure, you excellent jam people. But for right now, Laura Livingston, we're going to go to your play, all right? Everybody, get out of your video.
All right. So the my suggestion was the suction cups didn't work, and I'm going to go away. I'll read stage directions, obviously, because we got some that needed to be read. Here I go. Mike, you're not visible at the beginning.
Watch this.
And I'm 2 and you're 1. Is that right?
I think I'm 1.
I'm
1.
You're 2. Okay.
The setting is an art gallery. There's a huge amount of clear broken glass on the floor. 2 people are on stage, Jill and Francine. Thomas is up at the top of a ladder.
The suction cups didn't work.
I see that.
That was my last idea.
The installation was supposed to be ready last week.
Yes, I know that.
It seemed like a simple idea.
Simple and beautiful.
And profound.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I thought it was going to be profound too.
So did the Times, I think.
Yeah.
And the New Yorker.
Uh-huh.
And all the art journals that are covering the opening tomorrow.
You did a great job getting me all that coverage. Thanks.
Sure. Well, it was a simple, beautiful.
Profound.
Yes, profound. It was a simple, beautiful, profound piece. Delicate, hand-blown glass, suspended almost invisibly from the skylight.
They contemplate the shattered glass. Thomas descends from the ladder, contemplates with them, moves closer and closer to, I'm gonna say it's Francine. No, maybe it's Jill. I'm mixed up. Until his knee is touching hers.
God's sake, honey, you know your knee is touching mine.
Yeah, I know.
I think he wants a word with you.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what is it?
I think he's trying to get you to move away from me so I won't hear.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Francine. I was trying to be subtle. I don't want to hurt your feelings.
I appreciate that, Thomas.
Whatever it is you have to say to me, Thomas, you can say it in front of Francine. We've been friends since art school. I've always been her champion. I don't have any secrets from her. You can talk in front of her.
Actually, I'd rather not hear it. I'm feeling a little shattered right now.
He reaches into her pocket and pulls out a deck of cards.
So if you don't mind, I'll just...
He goes over to the desk, sits, starts shuffling.
Go ahead. Talk. I won't listen.
We have an opening tomorrow. One artist, one piece, all sorts of interest.
I know. This was going to
finally, because I have actually made a mistake from now on. Your numbers are reversed, Kat.
Right.
Yep, got it.
Right. Got it.
So we have an opening tomorrow. One artist, one piece, all sorts of interest.
I know. This was going to finally get her the attention she deserved. The fragility of everything, so post-pandemic.
The timing was perfect. Whatever made her think suction cups. Jesus, suction cups, for God's sakes, would work.
Well, you said you could do it. We both offered to go up the ladder with you and lend a hand.
They both look up at the skylight. Suddenly, a shooting star flies overhead. It creates a flash in the gallery. Surprised, Francine misshuffles and sends the cards all over the room.
Whoa! Did you see that?
That was amazing. How could we see it through the lights of the city?
I must have been so close.
My career on the forefront of the modern movement never lit up the sky.
There's no crash sound. I guess it wasn't a planet killer or anything.
Church bells ring loudly.
Is that an alarm? I'll go see.
He exits frantically.
That bell sounds the death knell of my work as an artist.
She starts running
my
around.
My fortune is told. See, the ace of clubs. That stands for doom.
Watch out, you're stepping on the glass.
What does it matter? Why keep trying?
The meteor! It hit all the galleries across the streets and destroyed.
All art is destroyed. I give up.
I was just about to go into one of those galleries across the street. Do you mind if I just sit down and pull myself together?
You're Paris art critic from the Times.
Wait.
Let the stars fall on us. Let the suction cups fail. Let the virus mutate.
This is brilliant. So post. And I'm the only one who gets to see it.
The sirens scream, flames start flaming as Francine dances on the broken glass of her destroyed artwork. End of play.
That post.
Nice, Livingston.
Wonderful.
Post.
I have no idea. Did you two read the same character all the way through? I got so mixed up.
We did. I think we did.
That was great. That was just wonderful. And what a nice shift there, you two actresses. I'm going to ask everybody to turn off their videos if they would. And I'm going to attempt something so remarkable that I'm not sure that I will be able to pull this off. But ladies and gentlemen, let me do it now. Tell me things are working. And here's what I want to say. I just want to say that as we touch our collective toes back into the waters of the next normal, it's worthwhile to recall some of the things that happened over the past 2.5 years. The aroma of baking bread, how a vinyl photograph really works, and Zooms, blessed Zoom. It has reunited us with our family and our friends, and perhaps introduced a method of even more intimate communication, which will continue into the future. And for us, here at Right Away, it has invited a whole new bunch of people who have experienced trust in their spontaneous creative ability and recognize the influence of their positive collaboration. We thank you, all of you, for our regular contributors and our appreciative audiences and those who've been moved to financially and spiritually support our work. We thank you very much. And as long as you're here, we'll be here as well. So we want to thank you also very much. And everybody, come back on now. Come back on. And I think well, Ken, you got some announcements to make.
Well, a very important one, and that is I hope everybody here will join us for next month right away. Our next show is July 18th. Michael Durkin and Laura Livingston will be hosting it for us and lead you through all of the fun improv games in the Jam. The writers, I myself, will be excited to take a turn as a writer. And plus, we're bringing back some right-away favorites, Jeff Tarson, Lisa Thompson, Laura Valpy, who you know and love from tonight. And our guest writer is a novelist who writes about good kids in bad trouble, Emmy Laybourne. So please come back next month. You can register right now if you want with the registration link that is in the chat. I'll put it back in there again so that everybody can see it. And I hope you'll come back and spend some more time with us at Right Away.
And if you're staying for us for the talk back, that's wonderful. Pop your video back on. If you're leaving us now, once again, thank you very, very much for being with us and sharing and contributing. All right, we'll see you next month, everybody. Have a good time and Right Away. See you later, everybody. And now the talk back happens.
Well, hello. William, will you introduce your guest to our audience?
Sure, this is Lenny.
Hey, Lenny!
Hi, Lenny.
Looking at you.
Hi, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Say hi.
Lenny, you have a very nice belly button. You have a very nice belly button. Yes, it's very nice. Very nice.
All right, my friends. Well, thank you for sticking around for the talk back. We just like to give people, our guests, an opportunity to either ask our writers questions about their process and how that worked for them tonight, any choices that they made, or if there's anything that you would like to ask or talk about concerning the experience that we had in the Jam before the play readings began. So I'll open it up. Laura, did you have something you wanted to come in with?
Oh, I was just adjusting my screen here, but I thought I might say that it's always weird right now because those of us who are writing the play have no idea what happened during most of this show. So I would ask a question, but I don't know what to ask about.
Well, I will tell you what happened while you were writing. It was probably the most entertaining Jam I have ever been in, and I'm not shoveling it here. This was fun. You guys really came up with some wonderful stuff, and we had one more game to play that we didn't have time to play, or one more exercise. It was just that much fun to hear you guys read. So I'll just say that's what happened while you were gone.
Concerning the Jam, something that we did tonight, which we've never done before and which I have never done before, was that experiment. We asked everybody to imagine that they were an animal and write basically like a stream of consciousness adventure from the animal's point of view, and then see if we can guess what the animal was. I'm struggling to think of the author. Who's the author who's famous for stream of consciousness writing? And she has a famous book where she's walking through the street looking at the stores. The famous.
Oh, Virginia Woolf.
Virginia Woolf. Thank you. Thank you. So it was kind of like, in my mind anyway, a Virginia Woolf story, but from the point of view of an animal. So they were all really quite wonderful and vivid, but I would just ask the Jam writers who participated in that if that was particularly interesting or helpful or challenging, anything about that experience? Yeah, Karen?
I loved it because it was so creative and it was really fun to channel an animal. And one of the things that I love about what you do is you force us to be spontaneously creative in the moment. So it's not like we have time to really analyze the animal. We're just, all of a sudden I was in the basset hound. And then I was just seeing things that he saw. And that was just, it was so much fun. So I vote yay, and you should definitely do this exercise again. I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I loved it too. Yeah.
Did you? Oh, good. Who was the raccoon? EJ was the raccoon. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting, I think, because that is a pretty standard acting exercise for an actor to embody an animal and find the quintessence force of that animal and bring that into their character, right? So, like, your character might remind you of a giraffe or a gazelle, and so you approach it through that point of view. But I've never experimented with it as a writing exercise before.
But I liked that it wasn't just embodying it, was then seeing it through their eyes, like
it was a monologue. We all wrote monologues, I think.
Yeah.
In that exercise, yeah.
Yeah, they were. I think they were all monologues, weren't they?
I think so.
Awesome. Yeah, so that was super fun. Do any of the jam participants have anything that you would like to ask of the playwrights concerning their experience tonight? Yes, Karen.
I'm curious to know, first of all, I want to say to the playwrights, woohoo, like it was awesome. It was just so beautiful and wonderful. And they were all so creative and different, and totally love them. And I'm curious to know if any of you had an idea coming into tonight, or if it was purely, okay, I'm la, 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 and then just boom. So I'm curious to know about your processes.
Albie?
Seriously, no idea. Sometimes I'll come in with some kind of goal, like even Ken asked at the beginning, like, he asked Kat, are you going to focus on character or plot first? Like sometimes I'll come in with a goal, like, I want to make sure my characters have some strong want or something. Tonight, I admittedly did not have anything like that. It was my experience tonight was really, I had a challenge kind of letting go of the